Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm back again. I'll keep on coming back until I'm rich, okay? Until everybody in Ghana is rich.
Amen.
Because you're near break. See, I'm maybe one video.
Oh, okay.
To never say. Yes, I talk to us, mommy. Anyway, I'm in a professional. I'm the mass 70. Hello, everybody. I was here for. Thank you. Thank you. Me brother wa ha, Godfrey. Yɛba abɛdi nkɔmmɔ. Wɔn sɛ video ne title no say a Ghanaians cannot build a factory in Ghana. That's what the title of this video is. Na mede me brother aba ha. Wɔba abɛkyerɛ mo ade a Ghanafoɔ aka yɛn ho abɔ mu a yɛyɛ. Wɔbɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu because the woman say na bi efire ne yɛntaa ne yɛ ni saa. Negativity ne dɔɔso. Nti sɛ onye akɔka sɛ yɛbɛyɛ biribi a ɛnyɛ yɛ a wone obi kwaa na te asɔre dɛm woka sɛ ɔmeyɛnkɔyɛ biribi mu ma ɔsena sɛ anyɛ yɛ asɛm ni ai ɔse na sɛ anyɛ yɛ ɛnso no positive tumi de nneɛma pa ba.
I didn't get a notification, but then I realized it's scheduled for 7 and it's not 7.
Oh, more 7. Okay, yo. Thank you, mommy. I got 4 minutes, but yeah, okay. And you know, nearby I said, Yanmo Baby Dinkomo. Now, what you say, Ghana force with me, I can help him. I be I'm an IE. Because me and Cassano, a free time I whom is obeying I could tell now. No. Adeɛ biara me ne obi aka bɔ mu a yɛyɛ wɔ Ghana no, it's really going on very well. I think say ne nyinaa yɛ mindset no.
Yeah.
Adwene no ɛna ɛkeka nneɛma bɔ mu. Ɛbibi afiri adwene mu, wobɛyɛ afiri adwene mu, wobɛdi hia afiri adwene mu. Enti no na mewɔ patriotic foɔ panyin baako wɔ ha a wɔne yɛ ba abɛdi nkɔmmɔ. I know say a lot of people are not watching us now, but we'll be watching later. To me who near person actually. Into ahene akwaba. Mr. Now introduce yourself.
Yo, mami. Da wase sɛ wama makonya sɛ meka patriotic ho asɛm kakra. Me din di Godfrey Danakwaku. Me na me PR ma Patriotic Investors Ghana. Na se bia wo hyɛ ase no Ghana fo bebre no mpempi ne ka ye ho bomu a na ɛyɛ yie ne ɛkɔ ka ye ho bomu a na ye adore ka ho bomu a na ye wedding enti akwakoye sɛ si ka ye ho abom sɛ ye yi bibia ɛde impuntuo bebre a ɛyɛ na ɛden pa
Ɛden
obi anim die nti ɛte saa but se bia ennua yembra pani obenda akonda bia okan. It is a setup we have been programmed a certain way. As after again and nano were so strong to build a good foundation for us, you know, but if free honor colonialism bemuno as a
yeah.
And we are saying so no we should be aswa in kabum and a day in puntu eba.
Yeah.
In kabum and a day in puntu eba. Na akanka sɛm no yɛse ɛfa ɛne ɛfa nka na ɛno no nkyerɛ sɛ baabi foforɔ anaasɛ baabi sufoɔ ɛmɛfa nkɔ but akwaakɔyɛ sɛ Ghana no ɛfa ne mfa nka nso yɛbɛgya ato hɔ ma wo baabi foforɔ so aba bɛfa kɔ enti Ghanafoɔ a ɔka ne sɛ ɛstart tie ɔbɛnda ako menka patriotic ho asɛm a membɔ Mr. Obenda Akwabaso. I say my mano my funny nidi I say amano because patriotic baswa nenam Mr. Obenda Akon in church our church a man for starting who I was starting here in Saturday programs.
Yeah.
And out of that, no more, almost started seeing a few people started getting together, started talking. Into what Obebemu also did that same idea. Say, why not say yen camp me? Then they started creating a group, and we were say as I grow, and so then we have been able to set up something. Tiba abubu anwa, me a Ghana ni mapa, me a Ghana ni mapa. Achim half ni equiapem half. Ti me a Ghana ni, and you see an imprint mini Ghana, but in Kabomu no nye omo te Ghana for nko a, te Ghana ho nko a. Ba Ghana fo a wo Ghana kronu mu, ene a Ghana fo e wa mama nso nyina. Sabi oyehu ye ho da. But enam adwen sesaye a ba mu ntino. Ene ni yetumi enam nso obenda akoso ntino. Yetumi aka ye ho abomu a ye bibi. Ti me ba abobo anu a na me ne wo audience ba be che wo ya.
Yeah.
Na anu ntina me ba.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Started say. Obinda ako ebaye, ejaben baye a. Wotu yefo. Wonkyerɛ nse me ye bibi wɔ Ghana. Oma ye ni aba ye ho so up till now no. Ekɔ bebre na yatete. Me a me wo hoyi. Ye wo farming eku a ye frɛ ye nkabom. Ye ni abri gidigidi. They say MC 2 years mu an ye wo ya. Ye to eburo ni beans ni niema ne ya kora. Niema starti say eye wo system ni mu a ne ya ton. Ekoso kama. Nkofo bebre me ne nkofo akeka bom me wona afofo a omo so ne nkofo akeka bom a niema ekoso gidigidi. Na ade ba ko a yentumi nye ama patriotic bae a mani age kese ne se. Hwa obi free Lebanese no oba Ghana no oba be bibia. Omo do oso. Lebanese fo omo bebre no maka na China fo bebre no maka omo ho apo no maba. Omo krampo no aye mo omo loan no. Still omo kom ho bom no maba. Ya obi me ye loan. Ya ne ana yetete ya mogre mu. Yetimi ede ye bibi. Enti se no se ne a patriotic abey. Se na tie. Se na chire mu chire me kwa be no obi ewa amana no anaso wo Ghana no person de ne heka ne ho beka bom with patriotica se na tie because me ade ba kwa minim ne say na me ne black Americans bi ye group investment. I think say me started YouTube. That was my first group investment. I made 2 dwa na me nkofo dwa na doso pa na China Nigeria for wom Cameroon for ye meeting na sesi am no kase. Ye ne ayaka ye no so but yakoto farm osuhuma farmland osuhuma ye farm ha boy ba kokura na me interview no na ye farm manager. Na ye me hunu ye ne say ye hono me kan me sa aka biom. Uka so no obi be bibi pe negativity ne come first. Enti de me sua free Black Americans no ene nkofo ye group ya mu ne say sempo se bibi sikura na se mini ho a ye wo next of kin ye wo obi abedu wachibeja no ye chese everything is on paper. Me farm group ya make sana assemblity o enti nye se bia ba akofo bi ye wo mu a ye kwa akoyi sika ye save wo Navy Federal e wo kroma ye wo ye ne a ye access to sika enti me pese wo kire niam mu e kire ni pa bi comedy me mete system na se me wo di bibi ba manim na so person me ye bibi a me ya no ma dwene no ma calculating ne say nya de a wo ba be ka ne keke prove something to me say this is what I'm doing and this is what we are putting in place e mo obi ba wo vim say ono so no fa so de bi e wo mu no when anya Ghana kalabure sem bia ni o enti o he kire mo kire
Yo mama eti se bia me di kan patriotic started wo small group nkakrakra enti started wo WhatsApp page obi Bob in that page so we talked about it and nkakra e kan ho bo nti me fa say last year May and ye to obenda ku page ni so ma me ye ho video cry de bi to Facebook kakra de to page ni so ye chire mu nia ye pese ye patriotic investors yadia ye ni so ade hu an say ye hu say Ghana no ana say bibi memu no obi adua bibi keke na ye nua ne die no me particular make say ahokyere ni ho but se bia ye niema no e ma ahokyere ne ba because one we don't know how you keep stock in terms of storages you need storage system e wo kuro ni so and ntinuane no season ni ba e babusu ye wie so e babusu na obi ani processing ideas bia nti e ba na ni nyina asai nyako nti patriotic ye ya adwese ne we want to go into the agricultural sector and not just farming but turning the products into produce and turning the produce into products and much more and aside that obi any ho betumi aye fu obeka say he or she will not pay attention to transportation there be a krono ye boy ho o when na ban me ye kwan no na ban me yesi na ban me yesi but service we fu she baby now we product be na nim say you have the market and you have to take it to people to buy so that you can make money. Sometimes cause all the way need to advance you have to create the means because at the end of the day the sikani ba obutuma be nkwa tax no beji. But if you really want to make profit from what you are doing, you have to create the means to make sure say product every farm or abba market to get your sales. And we are also thinking about transportation on that side.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said earlier, storage. Maybe anyhow. So we have to think of how to store produce. The raw materials now, how you best store until say maybe and I said if we get an overflow and a bumper harvester, how are we going to be able to keep some so that we don't lose it? The main and is the farming, logistics, and storage. And on this ready. The starting years registration started 2024, I think May, maybe September. And out of that, we were able to gather 130 people who were willing and committed to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And once we got the people, we held numerous meetings and we started with the registration. Registration is starting small because now the skepticism is through.
Yeah.
But you're starting registration. By the time end date, which is September 30th, nobody was able to make their registration. And you get a number. We have to draft a constitution to guide us into what we are doing.
Mm-hmm.
We set up a leadership to help. The main group is everybody's contribution is welcomed. It's a meeting, the 130 we expect to say Obiaba. But based on our locations, Obiaba want to do Dubai, do China, do time. Mostly, we try to favor the Ghana side until you see Ghana time.
Yeah.
And at the meeting, although most of sometimes they are there, but at the end of the day, we are able to get some few people which are, say, we don't really get the full number there, but we get people whatever information we get, we put it back on the page so that everybody's tracking. The page is open to everybody or what questions be.
Mm-hmm.
The leadership are there to also answer any question. Bibi actually what we be sikastemu se bi aniema toto ye ko ene na sefo. It is starting in kakra. Whilst 31st ne so e say based on the registration any your monthly contribution, yeah, say be registration. and a monthly contribution. So registration is 1,000 Ghana, and a monthly contribution is 200 starting. 80 upwards. If it's a minimum, 200 Ghana. 80 the registration and everything that we got, From that time, if I say September to this time, we have made a significant progress based on the fact that say the negativity around prevented us from making those progress. I did make us say the progress we have made means that we have been able to acquire a 500-acre land.
Wow.
Yeah, we have been able to acquire 500-acre land. Right now, we are starting to do what we need to do and start cultivating what we need to cultivate, preparing the land and doing all. Yes. Aside that, because we learned from Mr. Obenda, I say, Sika ebeboaboa no men na ho no ntino. Yemfen to ho. Kakra na ebeba we try to put it into something. Be a friend say tonaton. If there's any market somewhere, na ye di sika na kakra then akwa akoshi. Then we make sure say they say everything is transparent. I don't know. Everything is transparent. Before we make that decision, any leadership be and I tell them what baby Nigeria man for sika na day. Before we make anything, even if the leadership sits and discuss, so your phone say we be work on. You discuss who we are near their main page, Near the akwa so say na mpanimfo na dream. Most of my dreams anything. No be adding a contribution either. Abba. Now from there we continue. So far no, we are not slowing down and things are really going well. Things are really going well.
Awesome. Mami Misawe. Obi, the entire most of us, most of Ghanaians slow say an for back boom. I be ne say. Say me di ka negativities in the doors. And to dear now bet to me, I catch will be a warrior idea say. Sefa baby I'm saving musika my account. My next of kin am account once the person which me step by step what you guys are putting in place so be sika wo mu a wo hu se ni sika na asemasi account wo hu se nipa ba tan bi na aka ho abom mo de sika ne kodi wo mo side when ya sorry ni akase ya jeje correction akwa akoma sofo me pesa o kire me ho ne emu kakra.
Okay. So with our account system, you started with a Momo account and a Chango account. The Chango,
Why did
you dim.
You ma register sema ekuo dim card.
With the Momo you register because ekuo name na you register no. You the documents here.
Okay.
The documents here. But every account, a merchant account who is also a member, the merchant account, and the momo and a chango ni the bill a kuni dim. Chango ni the bill kuni dim. It's chango no the account, and that one too. To withdraw, you need like I think 5 people to agree on before we can withdraw money from there. And as I said, it is transparent and we are always giving account information out for everybody to know. Every month behind the account department, saying account department, secretariat department, IT department, and your work procurement, any sales, any marketing, be our department, and the members in there, and the beautiful thing about it, let's say, aside say, Yes, small be as a cool. This is be a assassin, or small, more portray assassin, making sure that we have the right assassin, we have the right people dealing with them. Apart from Lorry Fair, any be a chop money can create the moment. So tomorrow told you, everybody is sacrificing.
That's good.
Everybody is putting in a sacrifice. Tianya say okay, si Canada ho ntiemfa yentia weka. Everybody is sacrificing. It will be a to watch it until we have a full foundation where we know say our roots are deep in the ground. And you should talk around from our background and nothing can shake us. Then we can find out until see say okay, we see it and can as a position we see a akatuabe. But for now, everybody is sacrificing. And to come to your question, BMONO said, I think say we are seeing BBR transparency and truthfulness. Transparency and truthfulness. And Pempi, Rebecca said, don't do na ya na yefo say yen de ye na obi na enye.
Sanity, yeah.
So, ba me wo masem bia me ka say me ye ni ye. Na won so ye ni ye a. At the end of the day no, there's no if or but anywhere. So, ba who trim no dream say me nye ni ye. Na me so me trim me dream say won nye ni ye.
And then I say, I didn't know.
So, then at the end of the day nothing will done.
Yeah.
Because obi akoya ni hwan. But if you would trim fine say adia me ye, it is for the good of the people and for my children and the children's after them now.
Yeah.
You think positive and positivity and then the change you back.
Sanity.
So we are kind of your registration so your registration form you fill and put a next of kin on it. What do a next of kin better so? And their information. Omo ye minor and as omo ye nkola. You keep on updating us until you change it to Tamamo Beni. We have to know their phone number and BBI Ekoso. What's the sound phone number? You have to come back and let us know. So what's the sound phone number? Day in and day out, sometimes now customer service for no type reference members to check on them and make sure that they are still good. So we say they are still alive, they are still kicking, and everything is going.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if there is no honesty, no credit anyhow, na yamfa odo. Let me use that word, odo. And I'm not talking about semi dog keke daddy. I'm talking about odo na sebi. What time for krempo ye ebra eye that type of love is what I'm talking about. Say it is not about what you gain today, but it's about what tomorrow.
Yes.
So, and now I'm naming me a big castle make a chance. Sometimes no be ye bibi obeka say na de kura me nya ho fa so. Enti me. And that's why sometimes niema bebre we nkuru no we are struggling.
Aye.
Because omo di kind na they are struggling from the pain. Instead of say omo bringing it up. No makase sad dey we no. Amoa enti yen tro e be a petition and as yen force we the retirees in force ya ban kan tra ban say yen ya wo ho na force say by be try afie ni ehu say nye. Enti omo be push na nka e bia na omo di omachi no. Enya mfaso no. They don't want it. Because na me ade me kwa yekura ya na me nya wo ni nya hwe no atum
yeah but that's all hene maybe say question when you na because of sex say wa winning baby efire no ya me ada roma say ye adwen ho adwuma because say yakọ yen ekuo na me wo mu no investment na me wo mu no yakọ meeting a na say me kasa ma ye nyina Okasa, okasa ma yenina. And like you said, and I say, see abaka ko yisika nipa 5 in a sign. See abaka say yes, I just said now no. There's so much information. We are simo ha. And to see a mamma no any and anano pensu be.
Yeah.
And to say ni pakas will come home no my baby. Yet in near ma to 2 years, now yet the laws and regulations at Tomoa. We can move mountain.
Yes.
We can move the biggest mountain in this world. I don't think a
Yeah.
patriotic any a na start here airbanner here for me and no. I am happy because the my to me near bibi ni sani and yanya yadwin ho adwuma. And as I say so the nyame adaworoma. Yeah, yadwin ho adwuma. Na ajaben so ka all the time. Where there anyone na create you, yani ayetie no no ano. And yes, so okay, guys, yan kia humum na yenya bibi. Way and ya can't say sika yeti the amobi, one of the cotton account to no wafa. And then yet just everything is calculated and everything is kind of like we are on point. On point to say, you better say obisika nyira. And they say, no credi better decide your brow walking. And they say, no, and if 100 something amoniano, some person, some be a doors for registration be meboa.
Yeah, and yeah, be a doors for registration. Penny Fortune, who said, it's not really much about the money, but trying to get people involved.
Yeah.
To know, say, and I be the first, you know, na amanfo nyindi te bia yetie na amanfo gindi ebinom nso ante ne ntem nti omoteye no na emre no ko na day in and day out ni bia no da bia Mr. Obenda akubaye program bia no there are people who come on board want to be part of the group and omoba and the other groups now they realize that there's something called patriotic and they also want to be part of it. Because of that meeting you had say you because you need to do no 500 acres no pe you akura bank here 1,000 1,500 2,000 but ni na no so no penifo say kwanchan dey fa sika ne to na yentumi nkwaje ne saa kekekwa na ne ayenya ne so no if we do not do something on it ama kuna ekwaje wo so no enye gidie bi wo emu a I believe say if we do something significant there, if we are here no okro so kro po be frɛ aka sɛ o me ma nya aka ne da hɔ no mo ma ye ne preko na obia ma metietie mu a ankofa ase bi ambanchi at least no we can get more acreage and work on it. And as I said, it's not just about farming. When we talk about agriculture and more bibia anything concerning agriculture, we want to go into it. Ote America, you unim say most of these shops are obu honoma amo ye bromo nkoko ene kosia ne saa ne mani nyina. We want to get to that point where we can say maybe a shop we see a patriotic shop and our komua all these products are from our farms. It's ready one in the and we cannot do it in just 2 or 3 years 10 years into being but at least if we start in Chiriman Baba Betuaso, and this will be a reality. This will be a reality. It's a BM, ye be BMO May by first May. Ye BM. Now me if it's my friend said the first 30 years we say pilot project in Tino. If we are in calculations, and calculating but with the second opening, registration be 2,000. Registration be 2,000, and ye be from May, I think, said to the end of May. Na ye used to adu hunu si abasi enya nipa 100 esan beka ho. Yeah, it is enya nipa 100 ne dey be close registration. Si enya dey be twen until the end of the month, I believe so. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, at the closing winner. You be trying to the timer to the closing way, but ye used to adu hunu si abasi enya 100. So registration will be 2,000. Then the monthly dues, is being increased to 1,000 every month. The reason why I think I may explain you. The reason why I hear monthly dues is to always have funds to be able to do what we need to do. Now, first, the minimum, the minimum, where it is something like an open investment.
Yeah.
It is a over to me to 10,000 every month. At the end of a year, any dividend we na be calculating. It is based on who seek out the buy.
I wink yeah.
And no is based on who seek out the buy. It's here and say where the 10 city buy, where the 20 buy, where the 100 buy, and I check the pepper there be. Me I would be shame no. And what they now be shame no and whole profits. And I then would be nya. It is any or so out of my year could train am be I could train ya o se kan so yen and on alpha. Obi in trebi ma.
Yeah. And no maybe I'll say Obi I say, oh me pesa me ko patriotic mu. And one is da ben na you must start your share profit. Maybe me sama Obi a.
Okay.
When are you guys start share?
Okay. It start here no. Ya ma 5 years. Ya ma 5 years say at least we hope say by the 5 years time. Let's see care the buy na the nya asase ye tunya ye bibi wo so ama ye nya ho fa so. Nti by 5 years we can solidify and say okay, ebia throughout your starting here from setting up arrangement, getting land and BBI say in the 5th year. This is the way forward. At that time, 5 years ended that. So at that time, you can decide say, oh, the person me twaso and as a person me twaso after 5 years. If you want to be a you calculating the adi be annual registration with everything. You are calculating near the amount. Na eja wako baby na ya kan ya twaso. And now say obeka say okay, metwaso. Ba profit na eba aso no. Ba to mo fa ma me fen ko yema de. Nso ne aka ne de. Mo fa nyema me fen to adwuma ne so. At the 5 years then so you be hwe ne hu say if we have been able to raise enough funds then the monthly contribution we don't need to continue.
Okay. Oh, to contribute for. Okay, to contribution, when is it going to stop? Maybe start or no?
Yeah, and also to the 5 years mark. No. The CR is to the 5 years mark. It is to the 5 years mark. No. As soon me I now what we have raised is enough. Then we say so okay. Obiantia contribution bill. Sikane wo ho na no an e ba bedan dan nia kusitama. But say enye enough and you feel say yeah more funds to continue. Then we can say so we are going to continue the contribution and we are going to continue contribution, and if we have to increase the threshold, increase the threshold. No, if you want to remain where it is and here remaining, it's contribution is a 5 years mark. It's at the end of the day, we are my 5 years. You are my 5 years. Then you say 5 years, need the check now.
Yeah.
But if it's a I say na dey so be new bisika so they bound chain. Now the IBB. We have to give ourselves one of the main questions, the difficult questions that they be able and and I want to emphasize say so person bemua and you what dream say Tesla stocks be na do sika kwa kushemu akopo baby atina. And yet Tesla stock.
You have to be part of it and work.
You have to be part of it. You have to be part of it. Anya mukura poni nyina ye wo so nyina obi wo nimdie kakra. Nim na wonim se woni wo nimdie no ba wo nimdie. Wo nimdie ne kakra. Enti wo ba o questions a obefo se bi a ye nkwase question. E bi kura pa no na betwe adwe asisu se o we ya nhwe.
Yeah.
Now ma the few mistakes that young person obey no. ne ya prevent it ne anye it ye obia on board and we think yet kuo with the notions say so if you have an idea about accounting and as all your accountant will you accounting come and be part of the accounting group. Now we need be for mine because at the end of the day no e wuku and you be cool no ate and yes subi ni ate ni eji usika akwa business ni about profits nyina na yakabo ma bibi nyina na yakabo ma bibi two bemu have that mindset yes me ba be to me sika to one macross me na there bi nyina ye adwuma abo.
Yes. I think sir it's time for us to believe in ourselves. Na yama yani na ho na ya dwene a ye negativity because you know baby efire no negative ni dawson ohene negative ni dawson so much say a cripple ye am ye ntumi nya hwe ye ntumi nya hwe because ya kan mo se mo je 2000 na 1000 a month na say if say when your forms no wahwe there was to be say we understand what you say now fill forms in am pa betimi akron to be to wo sika no me de me till de enka me baby nti ka me nana bi nti kuranti nka me register because ampo wa anyi sika no a the money no will go to your grandchildren and yetimi kwakwahwe adwuma ye wo kurom ha elderly people are here woman. So sika ye de tua ye kapa obo ha bosume no mo tua nipa ye odwuma mo $30,000 ebi mo tua $15,000. Do you think say he no munya sika no a investment o ma ye no ma kuma imagine say patriotic na se mo start say mo share profit na every month you know and as every quarter bia no so when you be at 2,000 and I said 5,000 free wo now why will be na no so the sika be because when we running as a machine we put your leader your one assistant your one it is a company ma for me a mo hwe say mo di nipa betoto ne ma no said ye nka bom ye meeting check ya put ya start say ye check your profit you know but ye nyan share the farmer yeah obi anim yeah si aton ade bia obi anya nti ye sign reinvest until say date be so a ye be start ya check me there to me no me pay individually ade ye me pay me nti na bia me ka me say me some me am say ade be ma me nya aware ye ne say me nko me pese me si dan me de ma ho ade nyina be si dan na ma ye adwuma kwa na me de si dan na me mete edan no ma bra me ho anu ma wuko why
and no na meka say I don't know why you who said no but yen crew no there be my fan say before you dey ho to the colonials but what I see is say regardless of omontoko a omoko I mean you should Russia and the American example with that charade na omoye emaye hunu underneath no they see themselves to be one so underneath they see themselves to be one. There's nowhere I mean no me and kwa baby was uncle for me and no so baby be si a ombadwen ya so amma ensida so me amahu ni say the only weapon the only thing we are to me breaking all protocols kabom
yep
that is the only thing that's the only thing. Every am Canada now may come baby say in kabom and a yankupon show. That's the only thing a yankupon show.
Oh yeah. Yes.
In kabom.
Yes.
Because who share the story of Babel now. That was the only place a yankupon story nature said Nyankopon is
Actually,
worried they say
aye,
Omunkabomuno will bring something else.
aye.
So the only thing we assume Ghana for you can't buy Bible now, but at the end of the day, that part you pay attention to it. The only thing now Obia Suro we assume because when two people are together, no more Ben Krum some more yadia, regardless of what you do.
Now
Who
me
to
know
me
you
overcome
halfway. You halfway. Money every China's for so be bringing and say, Oma who said China qua Africa, China qua Russia, China qua Vietnam, China qua all the China too. Oma who said the way I say China air pereno. And no jealousy ni yapping because Oma who said,
yeah, and I make us say,
Omo get that.
even at the end of the day, no Kurempono. At the end of Saturday, na shere na yet actually na near badge so na China ni America kono. To argue,
Aye.
to argue because in Tokyo muku near me gu America nyanya China ni China wa ni free.
Yo.
Na mo be gina TV ni so no ma be dwo manuma ade achi ani ahyepo aba.
Aye.
So, enso nke ka me ne wa any ever point kiri. So there's so many avenues where you include more. As a Mr. Benda ko kan ya na kwa sebi amanfo hu ni opachire.
Yeah.
So many graduates and there's no unity.
Oh.
We are graduates. Wakwa science. We are graduates wakwa agriculture. Obi aye welding. Obi aye ma ye ne yesa moye. Mo sorry a na ma jelore fe wo ma me ho anam papa wo mo bread wo madam fu bi o. Ne ma so am ho no ma tro application. Nti sebe. Indie kakra na mko suan no muntumi nka mbom nka se wo nia. Wani tumi je we hu utumi ye we. Eti miye nyina yemfa yen sika 10 cd 1 cd embom. Ni yemfa mu na ye we. Na wuwie ni etiretire mu a. Me so me ni suade hu se me pese me ye dentist no. I can open my own dentist. So the avenue wo ho. Ba wo fo so akoye doctor nti unua na akoye culinary art no ummu no. Enso amo so na turn fried rice no. No tina bi obeka kire so the 2 cd in the starting fried rice na ne wa to Lamborghini a wo so won ti bi da. But anka ode wo hoahoden koboa no. Eno ye meat pie no. Eno nya customers ye mutire ya. Anka ba bia wo so wo tina na so village da wo tina. Ka wo so tumi ko bi e branch. No be branch. At the end of the day, no, that is not what you want to do, but that's a business as it's a feed you.
Hey.
So it is bringing in the money, then you are still concentrating on yours. No matter how you show much and you're also in the market, and you're already there.
Yeah.
The investment into that business, no, okay, menya we kakra. Yen can boom. The amount also start with the end. At the end of the day, the nipa na started on the main person. We will be branches. We need more group will be a bi. On also the branch. By the time you realize it, and your friend akwa kire kufuado Mahama say one me sit toilet to me grow.
I won't fan of kura. Won't fan.
So be see on Jubilee House. So, but we don't see these things. And at the biani you can capital. So being that to can be capital. Aye na you can say, oh, I broached your mom credit. How did the credit come about? And yes, someone sorry and starting. They started from somewhere and they got somewhere. Why can't we be our own bank and loan ourselves money? Be sincere to ourselves. Man, just to come and quite Jibesia and find what liability. Jibesia fakoto asset. At least in Ukraine, service, unia be the sika, the other fancy. Unia be the sika, free a brochure process diamond. a dan no dey wey see, but you bought something a day invest sika every day. Unya ni bufu said dan ko oba no hu say sika na ba.
Talent, yeah.
Obey okay. So there are so many things we can do. There are so many things. One time I watched a video last time, I checked about 4 years ago, and almost the job fair, and a marketing student because honor say at the end of the day, so he got the opportunity where one of the TV stations, radio stations, need an interview. Now, on interview, the biggest complaint is condemning the government, condemning the organizers, and everybody. But what he did not do, when he said, he got the perfect opportunity to pitch his knowledge to the whole Ghana to see how good he is. He could not even market himself. He went there to do something else.
To complain.
Plain at the end of the day, so be where you man be for on foul.
On foul. Because you're a problem solver. You were a complainer.
You are a complainer. So, patriotic is trying to change the narrative.
Yes.
We are trying to change the narrative. Say Ghana going to come. One thing I always admire is seeing people together doing something.
Yes.
I always ask myself, what Ghana I was seeing that. The back room, I saw the same thing. So I asked myself, say, into the only way I Ghana for you can you more boom. You're quite sorry. You're quite sorry. The moment you bring business aspect in, you'll be happy.
Or be happy because be a person you are non individual. And I meant to no. Send an American say, me kwame sit down. Who say, Obia on a problem, but me till it dear bra. Some who say me couldn't sit down. Now, Miss Mquasu could sit down. Ah,
I hear now, but them.
A dino crown the whole room, no. And Papa Kusuna beda, and then Pano cross on one side the half. What I know who qua, what I know who abaha. Sana the arching, now, you could sit down, I'm Smith sit down. Sha, what can more from 2020 till 2024 October? And if part 2 year can't more, I see a best die. Me sit down every.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was having stressing until Cabomo dear. So we are the pa. But then see more differences in Cramponua. Find a way to
solve it.
To solve it. Because there's no need to say, what about how who know Baku Sinidine, Nabaku ye business, Nabaku was your business, we see Cashiano near high. Well, so the any pan a can who boom. Let's see, can I share? I am going to can I share.
There be
training us on our share.
And that's what we don't see. If any voice say nipa ba konsa into me nkata Nyankopon ani. Ye hia nipa dodo. Nia ba akofo betumi aye no regardless of what you think say you have no, the money you have. See ye kan bom ni ye ya. Eye buburuja. And sometimes I think say you share wrongly. Me use some crofo way as example. Chrome halfway sikafo e wa hai. Bill Gates no money, Elon Musk no money, Jeff Bezos no money. Ya na ya dwe ye say eyo mu musika.
There be o.
Ana mo de aye. Enti sa na ya na ye. Enti Ghana ni na na se bibini ni person no nko aye ne ka se wa ye.
Problem.
So
asempa na woka no.
Come on, Elon Musk ya na dwe so be Tesla. Don't be electrical way. All the car gurus in America was against him. But one tenacity or try to get the minds of people they are involved on person.
Opechi.
So it's your call no pay way engineer way say obi a show the bobre. And that's where the sacrifice come in.
Yeah.
Nobody came there looking for money, but they want their work to be known.
Yes.
So everybody is pushing. Oh, I bet you here. Oh, I catch you say A B C C C C D. No one also no pushes. And when the license was given,
yeah,
the first 100 cars, no, yeah, and anybody who's gonna be people pay in advance.
Yes.
So people paid in advance to make that thing happen.
Yeah.
Near can hear history.
Yeah.
After that, even it's a normal, not mine, it's 100 was a ben. A man put you up, so he had more than the number he wanted for the beginning.
Yep.
So, and to we no any profit in so nyano. No any more income. One sorry and consider you. One sorry and as man who he realized that I work with a team. He's not willing to but he put the money back in the business to expand it. Nidine daso. But at the end of the day, no, everybody is getting a share of it.
Yes.
So, and think as you to me, I can one woman. And the Anglo gold like you to me can handle. Yeah, to me, yeah, machineries. Say Kennedy Japan, despite Ibrahim Mahama, McDan, Hanbium, boy, yeah, and say, I also bear the birthday. And Sam Jonah, all these great people almost can anyone who did you do much. Any guy you
yeah.
Now, what come wabo? Say okay, yambra. Say kitu or say penny or chile. Who oil we did that? Ye see kenny. The person the support you. Now be where you menu. Before say Ghanaian who bet you.
Africa catching nyinaa yɛ saa deɛ wɔ ntia. Africa catching we a yɛken. Obi bɛhwɛ video yi no waskip it. But now deɛ me hu ne sɛ yɛn no baabi efire no negativities ne dɔɔso sene bibia. Yɛyɛ so negative say if somebody even trying to make sure say you're thinking positive for still you're thinking negative.
Yeah, bringing me panel down so that we think negative. Yeah,
sanity.
That's all we are trying to do.
Oh,
yeah, try to see the panel platform.
What about for me? Papa say, over video. Now, because many Brian, me put the media man a map manage group investment and make kind of massacre. Why am Mirakurano? I want to mean quite store, I want to mean run business. I won't go no. See, I didn't have to in place. I will soon be beyond. Sika bi befiru abna ya tse de aban etua woka boso so ana de nipa asua no when it comes to working together no plus ye asua firi oben ne ho nti no obi ehwe se ye de niam abatutu yie ne nyina ye tumi benefit from what we are trying to do so enti me ma wo de one was na advice bi a wo ma obi no they are greedy.
Okay,
yo. Will not happen.
Okay. The American say patriotic. So what yeah, and yeah, she ready be, and yeah, anokasa be. It is real. Patriotic investors. Yeah, Ghana for cool. Ghana for cool. I can't you want boom. Maybe we Ghana be we manone. Boom group baby. So you know, I can't you want boom. Any ati. Any nisu idea when he say food insecurity, any food inflation. So this is our main core. And when it comes to food, and yet and more food, this is our belief and our journey we are taking. And out of that, we are trying to do logistics and also storage in Nasifo. This is the main and it's this one that patriotic. So You are starting with 130 people. We're trying to say by next year, September, near 1 year. Indeed, 1 year cry. But we have already a 500-acre land. We are yet to cultivate that land.
I
we are looking
am
forward.
so proud of you guys. I am so proud.
We are, thank you.
Yeah.
We are looking forward to cultivate this land to the max, and we are getting everybody involved. Bia war soil and in the to help. Say at the end of the day, could be a little harvesting. We are getting everybody involved and make sure say we are not just doing a backyard garden. No, we are doing a real farming system. Everything is involved. Whoever or they are all welcome to have come in and give us advice and teachings via here. Busumi a yeba be rem May mu. Yes, and be yaboano you receive registration 2 person be kan ho a obetumi afre number we sister Rita obetumi afre number we 240 sorry +1 the name 240 475 WhatsApp 4571 me signs to subim +1 240 475 4571 and now so to me after +1 245 338 0819 245 338 0819 na to me at the wako nya person hu nyina I know say I had to me kan nyina but oba betumi atrawase na questions are wo nyina no wabusa na no watena se no wati ase nti May we na ye bia no ye 100 people. The moment you be 100 people, your registration will be close. But the registration is starting May to the end of May. And I say, yeah, I think so. If it is ready, it is real. Ghana for your kind of mobile ye be. And then me American. I also for IB. And there are so many groups. And even within America, we are starting another group, which is also yet to commence. And so we started a group in the US, Canada area, and also another big group, and also Ebeba. It is when it's one and so and men Kasemi Huyanka and Kasu was semi Krempomina and can you just be part of us? Everything is transparent, all the questions you need, it is registered, cooperative registration, and if there's any auditing and everything, and the cooperative of Ghana will audit us. It's a new BBI, Yakwakofa Echi, Yakwabama stories, there be young Quanchi idea. And now, a futua, the two be say, Monshare and Kabomu, dear, Monshare patriotic, dear, any other group, it shouldn't be a lot of people. Boys are more community. Girls are more community. And Quanquan be an innocent question. But they are more spa and more ball. But at the end of the day, more for coins in boom. More has be a bastard boys are started. And they know nobody did a call man no dear and more. Won't come boom. Won't come boom. Small group. When you are that political party, a China moody and the wako, there be M wow. Can who boom na ye bibi. Uye bibi a politician or anima or the buo. You have to set yourself apart from people. And yes, all my shut idea can see you. But your set to in such a way that will be bow anima. Wouldn't be dear about the buo a man. It's in Kakram de Bema mini animal. Won't come home. Not set to whole standard be. Because in Penny 4 said, I call out Nim in South Crono. And now on in Penny 4 did. And no one chills out in Penny 4 your pet. Because you have set yourself to a higher standard.
Yes.
Certainly, Medasi for the opportunity.
Oh, I said any hobemena, Miss Meda was say, Obeshanti, Abushawaha. Now, come to me, Taddy, or call him at the tongue, Unima tongue, Wuntuadia da, Unimia bra, for joining patriotic registration, saying 2,000.
2,000.
And
monthly, about 1,000.
Now, dear, ma wo nya wo ba boa de but say dom ye bibi na wo mu a contribution ne wo kasa na ya na nyeta wo nko take over take control everything so until invest here and see what will happen and make na so no men kan say wo invest na wo sika akonipa ba akọ bi ho wo community no a wa be hu the way everything runs so now so what's here bibi now so aboa amana akọso woni ho a wonana bi ana se wonu ya ba bi a wodi ne din be hye so no next of kin no obetimi a benefit from that mumma yen kan ahumom ye kan ahubom a ebe yen hira bebre afa abusia me de we be ka ho wo sida wo Ghana wo pese wo sida wo Ghana wo pese wo po bi amana draw architectural plan na ma wo pese obi ye kan se engineer bi nhwa mawa Tili what Tili honest pro artisans. That's what we do. No job is too small for us. I'll keep on saying, say, we'll sit down our brother. What's here? Won't you that? Hey, would this no be so this in the or toss a man to 5 far. Was one top 10, what the 5 for quality at home, no the 5 for call so dear home. Once you would any year mount, no so a silly dear, and a sad those days in a chum. We have trustworthy young ones and work Ghana. They are doing very, very well. Not a single day. Yenya Jumama boys in Mumunkoye. It is from our WhatsApp 1914-602-3701. We will look out for you and also at the same time look out for the boys because almost new class when we have Juma Yunu. Obu Ohana plan and said, or Kono Akofa boys, you know, or put you to your own kitten kitty be now, dear Wono. No, don't do that. Yenye shira emo obi bi obeba ya brabom because onyame nim ne enti odi obi ba wa brabom onyame mfo obi ma wa brabom keke enti obi bi obeba wa brabom bi am making sure say what am I going to do to bless this person I want to na adwuma ne so wo bedwene ho say de na obetumi aya ma na yenshi wo do aye nshira ma but me de minim say me look out say metumi aye nshira ma now only a concern so I'm planning it because me me free. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Godfred. Ya me shira bebre. So am a ho fine. Now I'm back table so form for bro Godfred na. Mo na ya me shira.
Yo insurance.
Abusia for me da wase. Obi bia o join ye anwure. Yeah, James ya da wase. Bye, bro. James me da wase so wa ha Josephine. Ya me shira. Yeah. I mean, aduko. Let me who bo. Me that was punch me. Aye. Watch my sakura so near you. Oh yeah.
Yo man. Yo.
I mean, sure. Any bye. I was for bye. I don't